Hi Gina, it's Leslie Kerrigan from Seniorology. Welcome to the Business Critique class. I'm so glad you've joined us. What I'm going to do is sort of go through your website and Facebook and give you a little bit of information about that. The first a little bit of information is just I'm going to open this and see if all the essential parts of your website show up. Right now, for some reason, it doesn't look like the photo is showing up, but that could be a browser issue, but I would assume there's usually a photo right here. What I do love is that your name is very big and up at the top and people know where they are. And I love that it seems to be a blog site. Which is a blog and a website sort of combined, because I see that you've got galleries here and it looks like you've got bellies to babies, ties to teens. I think that's awesome. And the sports category. I love that your About Me is there to be clicked on, because a lot of people do not like to have to scroll through this. Sometimes this is permanent at the top of a blog and people get tired of scrolling through it if they've visited your blog a couple of times. So I like that you can click on it and it goes away or it comes up, so that's really awesome. Looks like you've got some great information here for clients. Oh, there goes the picture. That's awesome. I love that picture. You've got your session fee and things like that. Now, some people put that on there and some people don't. Some people wait to talk about pricing when somebody calls to inquire, because a lot of times what I've found is if you just put your pricing on there and then they may or may not ever call you, and I always feel like talking to them really allows them to get to know me and choose me based on me rather than just on a price basis. So while this is totally acceptable and looks great, you could also just say under the investment that, call for an inquiry, and give your information that way. That's just another option. And then it looks like you've got session details here, which is also a good thing to have on your site. What to wear. Pinterest is great. I love that you've got your link here. That is really awesome. That's a great, great thing to have. Telling them what to bring. I love all of this. This is very great information, and it allows them to refer back to it. Sometimes these are things that you'll go over on the phone when you're booking a client, but it's nice to have and refer to, so that clients can go back and check it out before their actual appointment. So that's awesome. It looks like you've got some proofing here for clients through SmugMug. That's a great site. My only thing with this is when you do in-person ordering, it really does make a huge difference. So if that's something that you've thought about doing, let me know and I can talk further about that. If it's not something you want to do, then having the proofing this way is great. Let's see, the client form. Is this what they fill out? Oh, I bet you might have to have some sort of password. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is their survey. This is great to have there too. Ooh, I like the number of people in the shoot. That's a great idea. Let's see. These are all great, great, great questions. A couple of other questions if they are, if it's a child question, you can always ask what makes your children laugh? What kinds of candy do they like? Things that maybe you can remember to bring along on a shoot to help throughout the shoot. That's specifically for children. Another question that you might want to ask is maybe what they're looking for in a session. Like what kinds of, are they looking for gifts? Are they looking for wall prints? Are they looking for, things like that, because that will help you when you go to shoot the session to know what to shoot for. If they're looking for an album, you may shoot differently than if they're looking for gift prints or something like that. So that might be something you can add there too. But I love the client information form. That's awesome. The contact. My only thing, and this is a personal thing, I don't actually like to contact people through a contact form. I mean, I know I have one on my website too, so it's definitely done. But I also like to have a number or the actual email listed beside the contact form, like right here, because if for some reason this didn't work, at least they could personally send you an email. So I might would add that, just like I say, just to have on there just in case for some reason this didn't work. So I think that would be a good thing to add. I think that you've done a great job blogging here. It looks like you've got a combination of both photo shoots and maybe something personal right here. So I think that's great. I think you should always do that. Now, one thing I will tell you is when you're doing a lot of vertical shots like this on a blog, it is nice to put two side by side because two of these verticals would equal one straight across here. And that way people aren't having to scroll so far down to see pictures. It keeps it a little more concise, and then that way the space is never different. In other words, you've got gray, on both sides of verticals, whereas down here on the horizontal, you don't have so much, and it's different from here to here. But if you put two verticals side by side, then it would equal the same space as this right here and be more appealing to the eye. So I think that would be a good thing to do. And the way that I do it is through an action from MCP Actions. She has some Blog It boards. It comes in a big pack, and there's like, I don't know, 9 of them. Number 2 is the one I use, and it puts two verticals side by side, and then you size it to whatever your blog's limit is for the horizontal photo. So that would be something that I think would help not having to scroll so far down. They would see more quicker. Other than that, I mean, I think it's great. I like, let's see. I like this tab for Facebook, but it doesn't look like there's a Facebook link right here. So I would suggest adding that so that they can quickly click and be taken right to Facebook. And then the calendar. I love the calendar. But are you able to click on that to determine, like if a client was looking at this calendar, would they be able to click on the dates to see if you are available that day? So those two tabs I would make sure are functioning the way you want them to be. The other thing I would like to add to this is as far as coloring and the background and stuff, is this something that speaks to who you are? I don't know you, so the best way I can determine to sort of get to know what you love and who you are is maybe if you wouldn't mind doing a special Pinterest board of maybe 10 to 20 things that you just love, like clothing, photos, colors, textures, whatever you want to pin that sort of talks to me about who you are. I think a website should always reflect who you are because in this day and age, I think there are tons of photographers, and everywhere I go and all over the place that I see people, they're always talking about how their particular town has a million photographers. Well, every town has a million photographers. So what's going to have you stand out, and what are people going to see? Well, you want them to see you. So this may very well be you. I don't know, but I think the best way for me to determine that is maybe if you do the Pinterest board. I know that's a little added task to the normal task for this class, but if you wouldn't mind doing it, I'd appreciate it. It will just give me a little insight into who you are. So I think this is awesome, and thanks for letting me view your website. And if you have any specific questions, let me know. Just send me an email, or you can just put a post in the forum. So until next week, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.